What's going on, YouTube? I'm back at y'all with another video. This is going to be a quick one about my Glock 43X. This is one of my EDC guns. This is actually the first micro compact 9mm that I purchased, and I still carry this gun a lot. I like this gun. This is one that's going to be staying with me. Just wanted to give a quick 1-year review because I've had it for maybe a little bit over a year. Shot over 2,000 rounds through it, and I just wanted to give a quick update on my experience with the gun, with the as far as malfunctions and the different magazines that I've tried with it, and also talk quick about the mods that I did to it. But before we go any further, like I always say, if you like the content of my channel, hit the like button, subscribe, drop a comment, and turn on your notifications. That way you'll get notified every time I drop a new video. I do have a lot more content coming soon, so stay tuned. So let's get into this Glock 43X. So like I said, this is one of my EDCs. I actually was carrying this gun today, so it is loaded. So the first thing I do want to do is unholster it and clear it. So I'm going to drop the mag, and I'm going to remove the round from it. As you can see, there are no rounds in this pistol. It's empty. For the safety people, I'm going to point in a safe direction, pull the trigger, and get right into it. So like I said, this is the Glock 43X. This is one of the micro compact 9mm that the single stack 9mm that Glock makes. The other one being the Glock 43, and also they make the Glock 42. Get into those, you can look them up if you want to get into details. This is the one I chose. It's single stack, really slim, about as wide as your index finger. So it's really concealable. It conceals a lot better, on me at least, than the double stack Glocks like the Glock 19. So that's why I picked it, because, you know, I bought it primarily for, well, I'm going to say exclusively for a concealed carry gun. But it also can work really well as a home defense gun. It has that typical Glock reliability. You know, I would be lying if I said I didn't have any malfunctions with this gun, but I will get a little bit more into detail about those as I start discussing the magazines. But for now, I'm going to discuss just real quick the mods that I've done to them, which is not much. The first thing I did was change the sights. As everybody knows, the Glock sights aren't that nice, so I added these Ameriglow 3-dot Spartan night sights with the orange dot. They're metal sights. I like them a lot. They work real well. Also, I added this Streamlight TLR6 light laser combo, which I typically carry with just the light function on, but you can switch it to laser only, as you can see. And also, you can switch it to light plus laser. I don't know if you can see the laser there. The light might be washing it out. But I typically tend to just carry it with just the light function on. I like that. It's real slim, light, doesn't add a lot of weight to the gun, and still keeps it compact. This came in a combo from Lenny McGill's Glock store with this holster, which is custom molded to fit this gun with this light laser combo. So I like that. That's how I carry it. I enjoy that package. But oh, the other mod is I added the Shield Arms aluminum metal mag catch. Because I do carry this gun with the Shield Arms S15 metal mags, which we'll get into later. But those are the only mods I've done to this. I may be doing something with the grip later, but that'll come down the line. But as for now, that's all I've done with it, and it shoots well. I like it. And like I said, this is one of my main EDCs. So now I want to get into the magazines, because those will, you know, we'll discuss the malfunctions that I've had with it. So I do have 3 magazines that I own that are compatible with this gun. First, we have the OEM Glock magazine. I'll go into that. These are the magazines that the gun comes with. This is OEM Glock. This is a 10-round magazine. The gun comes from the factory. It's 10+1. You know, these magazines are reliable Glock OEM magazines. I've never really had any issues with them. You know, the only reason why I don't carry these is because I will admit to being a little bit of a capacity whore, and I do like the 15+1 round capacity versus the 10+1 round capacity that the aftermarket mags provide. But typically I don't go with OEM mags in my Glocks. But the 15+1 was intriguing with this. But as far as these mags go, they're reliable. As far, you know, I did have one stovepipe when I think it was in the first couple of mags that I shot with these mags. But I didn't clean the gun also before I shot it, so I wouldn't say that these mags are unreliable. These, Glock OEM stuff is usually pretty reliable. Now, the magazines that I carry with this gun all the time, this is the S15 from Shield Arms. This is a metal magazine, aluminum, and it's 15+1 as opposed to 10+1, and it still fits flush in the pistol. As you can see, this magazine is not loaded. The pistol is still not loaded. But yeah, it's a flush fitting 15+1, 15 round magazine, which takes this gun to 15+1 capacity, which I like better than 10+1. Now, I'm not down in 10+1. A lot of people are satisfied with 10+1. But like I said, I'm a capacity horse. So if I can get 15+1 in the same package, I'm going to go for that. So these are the magazines that I carry with it. And, I did experiment with them, put about 500 rounds through them before I exclusively started carrying them and before I changed the mag catch. But once I got 500 rounds through them, and by the way, I had no malfunctions with the first 500 rounds through these Shield Arms magazines. And so then I went ahead and changed to their aluminum mag catch, because with the Glock OEM mag catch, of course, it's polymer, and these mags being metal, they will wear out that polymer eventually, and your mag catch will not work. So if you do go with this gun and you want to go with the aftermarket metal magazines, you want to make sure you change to a metal mag catch. But like I said, the Shield Arms magazines, I have had no issues with them. Now, as I continued to shoot them, I did have maybe 2 stovepipe malfunctions as I got approached up to maybe 1,500 to 2,000 rounds. But, as far as reliability, I'm not going to give them bad marks as far as reliability because of that. To me, they're reliable. I trust them. I continue to carry them, and I will continue to carry them, and I will be buying more. These are the primary magazines that I carry with this gun when I carry it. Now, I do want to get into this. This is the ETS clear plastic magazine. This is an aftermarket magazine. It's 19+1, and I normally I wouldn't have bought this, but my cousin, who knows a firearms dealer, who got his hands on some of these, could give me one at a good price. So I said, what the hell, I'll give it a try. And I bought it, took it to the range. Now, I will say that when the first 6 or 7 magazines that I put through this magazine, the first 6 or 7 magazines that I shot with this magazine, probably had about 5 or 6 failure to feed. So I can't really give it this magazine a good mark as far as reliability. Now, I'm not speaking for all ETS magazines. This may be just the one that I purchased, but I may just have gotten a bad one. But it was not reliable. But I said, I'll give it another chance. Maybe it needs to be broken in. So what I did was I took it home. I loaded it. I let it stay loaded for about maybe 4 or 5 weeks before I got the gun back out to the range to shoot it again. And immediately I had a failure to feed. So what I did was I took it out, started, sliding the rounds out of the magazine, and I noticed that the follower was not coming up with the rounds. So eventually, the rounds were just rattling around and they're loose after I got a few of them out. So I took them all out, and then the follower was still stuck. So what I ended up doing was banging it on my hand like this, and the follower came up. So long story short, I would not trust my life or my family's life to this magazine. Now, I'm not saying that everybody has the same experience. If you had a good experience with these magazines, great for you. But me personally, I will not trust my life or my family's life to this magazine, and I will not be buying anymore. Now, I'll keep it, maybe experiment with it a little more, but I will definitely not be carrying it and definitely not be using it as a primary self-defense magazine. But other than that, I just have to give this gun high marks. I feel like it's accurate. I shoot with it well. I hit the target well. I like the sight picture. It's the perfect size for me to EDC. Now, sometimes, when I'm wearing a little less clothes, I do go with something smaller because the grip is a little longer. But for the most part, when you're wearing regular clothes in the spring, autumn, wintertime months, this gun works good. Now, when you're wearing short tank top in the summertime, you may want to go with something smaller. But this is a nice concealed carry gun for anybody that's looking for a micro compact micro compact 9mm with decent capacity. And also the other good thing about this gun is it only costs about $500, so it won't break the bank. Because as you know, if you find yourself in a self-defense shooting situation, there's a very good chance that your gun could be confiscated for evidence. And until the investigation is over, you'll lose it. So if you lose a gun that only costs about $500, I don't think you'll lose much sleep. And you know, for those of us like me who don't have a huge budget for buying firearms, if they took this gun and I had to replace it for the time being, I wouldn't hesitate to spend another $500 to get another one, especially if it got me out of a life or death situation. So that's another good thing about this gun. And I just want to say, as far as the modifications that I've done to it, I do have full reviews and install videos on my channel of all the modifications. If you want to check those out, they're there. But that's about it. That's all I have to say about this gun. I give it high remarks. Like I said, anybody that's looking for a good micro compact 9mm with good capacity, I would recommend this gun. But that's it for now. So like I always say, until next time, have fun, get some shooting done, and as always, be safe. Peace. We are out.